it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yep.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ready? You ready?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on second and 13. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Gator. Get your swarm up. Ready?
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Have a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get it. About the 10-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Jahan, on Eddie! Mark 47. Watch it out, watch it out.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, high 7.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Recon, 132 fighter, and Alpha.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Speaking of Cook, he continues to be a workhorse in the Minnesota backfield. More evidence of that in Week 7 against the Lions. 25 kick. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. And he fires one, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Ginn. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punt.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Shotgun now for Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Man left, man left. 4 down.
Throwing, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Hey, echo.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Okay, partner, let's mix things up a bit. This is something that's been a staple of morning television programs for a long time. Let's bring it to Madden, some power rankings. Give me your top 5 through 7 weeks.
All right, I'll start with number 5, and that's the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, he can throw it as well as run it, but his running, that's so exciting. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Looks like Aaron Rodgers and his head coach Matt LaFleur, looks like they're in sync, and the Packers are playing awfully well right now. Number 3, San Francisco. Their defense built to travel. They can play anywhere and take on anyone, and they run the ball on offense. Number 2, New Orleans. They've survived without Drew Brees. In fact, they flourished with Teddy Bridgewater, and their defense, vastly underrated, one of the top 3 in the league. And last but not least,
shocker,
New England. And I did think about putting New Orleans ahead of New England, but New England's defense is the best in the league, and Tom Brady on the other side, they still reign supreme.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Breeze. Again has it complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Breeze now. His throw incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up second down. Well, partner, let's take a quick look ahead to Week 8. A couple of exciting matchups. Carolina at undefeated San Francisco, and then Green Bay and Kansas City on Sunday night. That should be a fun one.
It should be. In Green Bay, Kansas City, a rematch of the first ever Super Bowl that was played. Green Bay winning that one in Los Angeles at the Coliseum. But that Carolina-San Francisco game is so intriguing to me because to me it's a battle of defenses. Carolina's defense is playing at a high level. But is anyone playing better defense in San Francisco outside of New England? I would say no.
And then also Seattle at Atlanta, and I bring up that game because, gosh, if the Falcons lose, Dan Quinn might not have a job.
Yeah, and that's true, and I hate that because DQ is one of the best guys you're going to meet. And it was just 2 years ago his team was in the Super Bowl. But right now they're 1-6, and if they lose to Seattle, they're facing an open week, and there'll be a heavy discussion and a job referendum on him at that point.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an action.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
That's what I do.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. From the 40 now on second down, Cousins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 56. Record. Wide.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Bailey's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 2nd and 7. Breeze toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Vikings 10. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Listen to me. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
On 2nd and 2, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, 67 yards. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. And they got the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 54. Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Yo. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. What attack?
To throw, it's Breeze. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Set to kick off.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they... And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for them.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Let's make these... Hey, box drop, box drop.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
That's it. Big hit.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Mike, ready? You ready? Hey, easy. Go, go, go. 13. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Defense.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. With that incompletion, let's play a little game here. We'll call it 2 up, 2 down. Surprising team so far, 2 for the good, 2 for the bad.
All right, let's start with the good. The Buffalo Bills. Did you really think they'd be pressing for first place this deep into the season?
No.
Okay, how about the Carolina Panthers? Start 0-2 with Cam Newton, undefeated without him. How about 2 down? The Atlanta Falcons. I thought they'd press for a playoff spot. And the Los Angeles Chargers.
How about the Browns at 2 and 4? I thought you'd put them in there.
I didn't expect them to be the team others thought in preseason. I thought they might contend for a playoff spot, but it doesn't surprise me overall.
From the 39, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Breeze. Looking long for... And got his man. Complete. The 30. 20. 10. Touchdown. New Orleans. Michael Thomas. 91 yards. As his guys are able to regain the lead. But yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who could also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Cousins on first down. And this is Cook with a grab. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
To throw is Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 47 Mike, 47 Five.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon as his guys have now moved out in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Shamar Stephen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
53.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Well, this is caught by Ginn. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Throwing now is Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion, beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Brees going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. The 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Bailey now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
The score, Vikings 31, Saints 21. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things.
He's got a man, complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brees. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now Cousins, under a heavy rush rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one good for 26 and a first down. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing. Cousins. Flushed out right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's get off the field, D.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass, and when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
We better not.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Fourth down, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let him. Kill.
Breeze to throw. He's going to go up top. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Next to score, Vikings 31.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
We got this.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
The 43-yard line.
Here's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. On the carry, it's Cook. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gault. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need